Ladies and gentlemen, good day. On behalf of Elara Securities, I would like to welcome you all to the Q1 FY25 earnings conference call of Punjab National Bank. We have with us the senior management team of Punjab National Bank, represented by MD and CEO, Mr. Atul Kumar Goel, Executive Director, Mr. Kalyan Kumar, Executive Director, Mr. Binod Kumar, Executive Director, Mr. M. Parashivam, and Executive Director, Mr. B.U. Prasad. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing the star then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. With this introduction, I would now like to hand the conference over to the management of Punjab National Bank.
Thank you very much, Pakar. Good afternoon to everybody. I welcome all the person from the analyst team, other team also. Welcome to this conference call of the Punjab National Bank for the first quarter result, June 24 quarter. I will give my brief about the result. Then I will be asking any question which you want to ask me, whatever the doubt in your mind also. So this is a very good quarter as far as the result of the Punjab National Bank is concerned. In all the parameters, whether it is a business, whether it is a profitability, whether it is a asset quality. First time we have achieved the total business of the 24 trillion. The business gross business increased to 24.39 trillion with a growth rate of 10%, and deposit growth 14.08 trillion with the growth rate of the 8.5%. As far as gross credit growth is concerned, that is a very, I think, a robust growth, 10.28 trillion. We have achieved the credit with a growth rate of the 12.2% YOY, and if you see the quarter-over-quarter, it is a 4.6%, and if you annualize the quarterly growth, it is coming more than 18%. So this is a good growth. As far as the CD ratio, that is very comfortable position, 73.05%. There is a growth in the saving bank. Also, CASA is the challenge for the banking industry, but saving bank, there was a positive growth. It was 4,84,377 as against the figure of 4,64,000 in the last year, June 23 quarter, as against the 4.88 trillion in the last quarter. So there is a growth in the from the June 23 quarter as well as the March 24 quarter. As far as RAM is concerned, there is a growth in the RAM also, and the percentage of the RAM to the total credit has also increased. It was 54.74% in last year of the corresponding year quarter, 54.74%, which has improved to 55.46%. Even it is better than 55.18% in the last quarter, March quarter. As far as profitability is concerned, the net interest income increased to 10,476 with a growth rate of the 10.2%. As far as operating profit is concerned, it has increased to 6,581 with a growth rate of 10.3% YOY, and net profit, there was a growth of 159%. Last year, the same quarter, June 23 quarter, the profit was 1,255. It has increased to 3,252 crores with a growth rate of 159%. And if compared with the last quarter, the last quarter also it was 3,010 crore rupees. So 8% growth from the quarter to quarter. And one thing I want to highlight to all of you, this NII, this operating profit and the net profit number of the 10,476, 6,581, 3,251 is the highest in the history of the Punjab National Bank in the last 4 years after the amalgamation of the two more banks. As far as asset quality is concerned, the gross NPA, which used to be around 70,899 year ago in the June 23 has reduced to 51,263, and the percentage of the gross NPA which used to be around 7.73 in June 23 quarter has reduced to 4.98, and this last quarter, March quarter, it was 5.73. So there was around 75 basis point reduction from the quarter to quarter. Net NPA which used to be 17,129 reduced to 5,930 crore rupees, and the NPA percentage, net NPA percent 1.98 June 23 reduced to 0.60, and last quarter, March quarter, it was 0.73. So PCR, it was improved from 89.83 one year back to 95.90%. And the credit cost last year, June 23, it was 1.99. And last quarter, March May, it was 0.81. The figure of the provision of the last June 23 quarter, 4,374 crore rupees. March 24, it was 1,958 crore rupees. And June 24, it is 859. It is a 0.33%. The credit cost has reduced drastically because there is a 2-3 things. If your provision has already improved 95%, and recovery every quarter either double or sometimes triple also. If you see the last year also, the recovery was more than triple also. So this is the one of the reason, and we are revising the guidance for two numbers. Last time we have given the guidance for the gross NPA will be 5% by the end of the March 25. So since we have already achieved 4.98, we are revising, it will be around 4%. Similarly, the credit cost, which is the one of the major factor for the profitability is concerned, we are given the guidance for the 1% for the whole of the year. Since we have already 0.33 and 95.33 in this current quarter, we are revising it 0.5 for the whole of the year. Because I am seeing time will come when there will be a reversal also, because as I told you, if there is a recovery may 60-70% will be the right back, and the new addition may we have to provide 20%. So time will not far when we will see the reversal in the credit cost also. But as on date, we are giving the guidance of the 0.50 is concerned. As far as capital is concerned, 15.79 is the capital, Tier 1 10.95, AT1 2.09, Tier 1 13.04, and Tier 2 is the 2.75. As far as capital plan is concerned, last time I told you we have board approval in hand for 7,500. And 7,000 for AT1, 1,000 for 3,000 for the Tier 2. Total 17,500. So today, because as I told you, capital we are adequately capitalized. So instead of the 7,500, we will reduce this quantum from 7,500 to 5,000 for this particular year, and 10,000 will remain unchanged for the Tier 1 and Tier 2 is concerned. As far as cost of deposit is concerned, cost of deposit 5.08. It was 5.06 in the last quarter, and the yield of advance 8.43. Last quarter it was 8.54, and last year it was 8.13. As far as NIM is concerned, NIM is 3.21 for the domestic and 3.07 for the globe, and we have given the guidance 2.9 to 3, and I think we will the same guidelines we will give you. As far as cost to income ratio is concerned, this is a very important ratio. Cost to income ratio, it was 56.09% in the March quarter, last quarter. The reason was that when we have explained in the last quarter also, because on account of the wage revision and the AS15 provision was 2,396 March 24 quarter mein. It has reduced to 742 crore rupees, and it will remain in the same line. Basically, it will not further increase. So this was the reason to reduce the cost to income ratio from 56 to 53.28%. And last year June 23, it was also on the same line, 53.83%. As far as I told you, the NIM etc. also the guidance will remain changed. Movement of NPA, I would like to tell one thing. The recovery, as I told you, is 3,249 for this quarter. This is the recovery including the technical written-off as well as the some interest has been booked in the interest income, because entire amount is not reflecting in the movement of the NPA also. The remaining amount, which is in addition to the TW and the recovery of the derecognized interest, that is coming in the movement. The slippage, 1,755 slippage, it is the 0.76 0.76%. We have given the guidance for the 1%. We are not revising our guidance, but this slippage is the least slippage in the last 12 quarters. लास्ट 3 सालों में सबसे कम है 1755 एंड इट विल रिमेन विद इन दी 1%. तो डेट विल रिमेन सेम. एज फार एज दिस SMA 012 इज कंसर्न, टोटल SMA 012 was 1,01,883 and the 5 crore and above SMA 2 is hardly 1,600. As far as slippage is concerned, 1,700, as I told you. The sector wise slippage is this agri में 399 crore. This MSME 637, retail 493, others 89, others means corporate etc. And existing account 102 crore rupees. So 1,755. The highest NPA also in this quarter, the 89 crore rupees. Otherwise, if you see the first 5-6 highest NPA of this quarter, the first is 89 and the fifth is only 7 crore rupees. So this is the improved quality has been improved too much. So as far as growth is concerned, growth as I told you business में 12.20% is the credit growth and domestic में it was 11.56, RAM it was 13%, MSME 7.92, agriculture 15.75, retail 14.93. So this is about the growth and the slippage. As the CD ratio I have already discussed with you. One more thing I would like to tell you, which normally I give every quarter, how the new underwriting is behaving. The data of from the 1st of the July 20 to 30th July 24, it is the data of 4 years, 48 quarters ka data. This 8.32 trillion we have sanctioned. 7.49 trillion we have disbursed. Outstanding is 5.93 trillion. The NPA in this new underwriting of the last 4 years, 2,276 crore rupees, which is coming around 0.30%. I will give the sector wise also. Out of 0.30 mein, retail it is 0.27, MSME 1.54, agri 0.52. As far as capital, I have already discussed. I will give one more data. Really, you may be interested in data because on account of the worry from the regulator side also. Unsecured loan. Unsecured loan in the retail is 27,630 only. Out of which 938 is the credit card. Education loan is the 4,219 crore rupees. Personal loan against pension is 4,451 and personal loan apart from the pension loan is 18,022. So it is 27,630. Out of this 18,022 PAPL में digital 4,307, non-digital 13,715. The NPA in this PAPL either digital or the non-digital is less than 2%. It is around 1.86%. So one more thing, because there is a change in the guidelines for the valuation of the investment, which was effective from the 1st of the April 2024. इसमें whatever the unrealized profit on the bonds or the GSEC or the equity, it was 2,099 net of tax. Please note 2,099 crore net of tax. Otherwise, gross was 3,155 crore rupees. But net of tax has been added only in the 2,099 crore rupees, out of which 3,155 gross में 2,582 was the unlisted stock में, which is not allowed to be used for the capital computation. So CET1 में only 573 is the gross, but 373 net of tax has been added only in the CET1. I am again repeating, 373 crore rupees added in the capital net of tax for the CET1 computation. Otherwise, 2,099 net of tax has been added in the journal reserve. As far as other thing is concerned, the investment में the 73.59% in the STM and everything has been marked to market also. Retail RAM has already discussed 55.46. It was 55.18% in the March quarter and 54.74. Our focus on the RAM to leverage the branch network of the 10,000 branches. CASA may I would like to give only one thing, because CASA is the challenge for the banking industry, but it is not for the Punjab National Bank. 10,000 branches. We are having 20 crore customers. We are having, last year we have opened more than 1 crore account in this quarter also. 27 lakhs account we have opened. Current में last year we have opened 2.68 lakh. In this particular quarter we have opened 54,000. As far as NCLT is concerned, 813 account we have applied of 1,04,383. Out of which 790 account was admitted of 1,03,058 crore rupees. 23 account remaining to be admitted of 1,325. Out of which, as on date, 259 account resolved for 46,425. 307 account under liquidation, 34,739. 224 account pending at various stages for 21,894. As far as recovery in the NCLT is concerned, last year first quarter में 566, second quarter 556, third quarter 1,831, 648 in the last quarter. Total recovery was 3,603 in first quarter. 292 crore rupees we have recovered, and we are estimating 1,200 in the current quarter, मतलब September quarter, 997 around third quarter, fourth quarter 590. So around 3,000 crore rupees plus we are also estimating in the current financial year also. And the NARCL में 14 account we have transferred of 3,778, out of which 974 crore rupees we have realized by way of SR as well as the cash, and 9 account under discussion for the outstanding of 1,549 crore rupees. Modified duration of the investment of AFS NHFT is 3.61, and for total portfolio is 4.76. So I have tried to cover all the basic main thing of the financial result, and I think whatever we have promised last quarter, we have tried to deliver that also. Again, I am repeating the guidance. The credit growth we have given the guidance 11 to 12%. We have achieved 12 to 12.20%, and we are not revising. Deposit growth 9 to 10%, 8.5% we have achieved. CASA share we have around 42%. It was 40.08%. Operating profit 10 to 11%. We have achieved 10.27. NIM, net interest income, around 10%. We have achieved 10.23%. NIM 2.9 to 3%. We have achieved 3.07. Gross NPA we have given the guidance less than 5%. We have already achieved 4.98. We are revising it to 4%. PCR 95%, 95.90 already we achieved, so this will remain in the same range, 95%. Credit cost, definitely. Credit cost we have given the guidance for the 1%. Actual is the 0.33. We are revising to 0.5. Although time will come, there will be reversal, because if you see the recovery is more than the slippage, sometimes 2 times, 3 times, and 95% is the PCR. No much requirement for the aging provision, but we are revising to 1% to 0.5%. This is the reason. 18,000 crore recovery target, and we are confident, definitely, although recovery in the first quarter on account of this election, on account of the transfer posting, because more than 50% staff in the branches was involved in the election process also. So this was a little bit on the lower side, 3,249, but definitely we will be achieving much more than in the full of the financial year, 18,000. Slippage, as I told you, 1% is the guidance we have given. 0.76 we have already achieved. So I am not revising this guidance. We will try to control, but 1% is, I think, reasonable number. 2,000 crore rupees per quarter out of the 10 trillion book. So this is my initial remark. Thank you very much to all the analyst friends from the division. I thank you for your confidence which you have reposed in the Punjab National Bank, and I hope that will remain continue also. So I am open for any question, answer, whatever you want, clarity in any number, etc., which is in your mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Maruk Kadajania from Nuama Wealth. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations.
Good evening, Maru.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
So I had a few questions that you yourself mentioned in a brief comment on your annualized credit growth. So is it likely, or do you see scope for your credit growth being faster than what you've guided, given that your annualized run rate is already high? And do you think there are enough deposits in the system to be able to support any up move in credit growth forecast, if at all there is any? That's my first question, sir, and then I have a few other questions.
Maru, as far as credit growth is concerned, we had given the guidance of the 11 to 12%. We will stick to same 11 to 12%. Although we have achieved 12 to 20%, so it is in the same range. 12% we have given the guidance, so I am not revising. It will remain within the range of 11 to 12%. As far as deposit is concerned, I may tell you one thing, deposit, although there is a challenge in the banking industry, I am not denying that, because there is a gap between the credit growth and the deposit growth. But as far as Punjab National Bank is concerned, as on date, I am not forcing any challenge, because we are having 10,000 branches, 20 crore customer. As I told you, we have opened more than 1 crore account last year, more than 27 lakh account we have opened. The money will come definitely, even because if you see my CD ratio, it is 73%. So deliberately we are not raising the deposit, because bulk deposit is available, but that is costly. But I will use that deposit if I am not in a position to deploy that deposit in the more remunerative manner. So deliberately we are not taking the bulk deposit. So we are trying to improve the CASA, and as I told you, 73% is my CD ratio. So whatever additional deposit I will raise, I will not be required to maintain on that SLR, because I am sitting on the more than 78,000 extra SLR. So I will be in a position to use 100% incremental deposit for the credit growth. So this is my answer of your query.
And sir, the new LCR guidelines, have you got a chance, I know you'll be busy with results, but have you got a chance to have any rough impact of the new LCR draft norms? I know it's a draft, but based on the draft?
Maru, it is a draft guideline. They have invited comment also. It will be applicable from the 1st of the April 25 next year. As on date, my LCR is the 125%. We have made a rough calculation also. Impact of the will be around 10%. So 115% will be the new, as per the new guidelines.
Okay, sir, that's helpful. And sir, one more, just a few questions on the net interest margin and income. So, sir, what was the recovery income this time versus last year first quarter, which is included in NII? And then what was the improvement in yield on investment because of the new investment guidelines, the new investment norms that kicked in, for which your reserves have also increased?
Yeah. As far as this interest income in the concern in the recovery from the recovery, that is in the range of the 600 to 700 crore rupees, and I have seen that data also. That is in the same range. This quarter is also between 600 to 700. Even in the June 23 quarter, it was in the same range. So that is remain on the same. As far as your investment guidance is concerned, I would like to tell you, reserve already I have told you, 2,099 crore rupees has been added net of tax in the general reserve, and mark to market is 257 crore rupees. That is through P&L.
No, that's through other income. Is there any uptick in yield on investment because of the new guidelines? The mark to market on investment will be in other income, no?
No, that is true. Maru, if you see my investment yield, it was 6.82%. It is 7.06%, because little bit carrying cost has been revised. If you see what was, because unrealized profit has already been added in the asset side. So if you see, it is on the higher side. If you will add, because you have to break up it, because part is the equity, part is the bond. Bond, there is no too much uptick, because the appreciation which is 2,000 is coming, that is on account of the equity, because we are aware, because there was a depreciation in the AFS portfolio which we have reversed. So there is no impact as far as yield on investment is concerned on account of this revised guidelines.
Got it, sir. This is very, very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashok Ajmera from AJ Con Global. Please go ahead.
Sir, compliments to you, sir. Atul
Thank
ji.
you, Ashok ji. Thank you very much.
Your hard work of last 2-3 years has been really paid off, and fantastic set of numbers are given by Punjab National Bank, and it is now firing on all the cylinders once again. Achieved the past glory. Numbers are really wonderful, fantastic numbers, sir. Once again, compliment. Having said that, sir, I have got certain questions and some observations. Now, going ahead, sir, the same question which Mahrukh has raised, when you say that you are already 4.5 and above in the credit in 1 quarter itself, and if you analyze it is 18% plus growth is possible. Still, you are retaining the guidance of only 12%, whereas you said you are comfortable on extra SLR front also, even if there is some challenge on the deposit. So, what is stopping you to revise this guidance on the credit growth? Like the way you are going now, can it not be considered like, say, 15-16% for FY25? This is number one. I have got some, you said that the modified duration of the overall investment book, you said is around 4.76 times or 4.75 times. Don't you think that this modified duration has gone up little bit high, and are you expecting surely for some rate cut in the coming quarter so as to take the advantage of this higher duration? This is on the treasury front. And I would also like to hear a little more on NARCL, the pipeline recovery to ascertain the recovery pipeline. And one point on NARCL is that some accounts have already gone and accepted by NARCL. So how much amount of the SR which we have received on those accounts, because they are fully provided for the current value. So just to ascertain, then since it is guaranteed 100% by the government, I mean one or other day, I mean that provision will come back, that amount. So these are the few questions and observation on the round one, sir.
Okay, Ajmera ji, I will give one by one. First is the credit growth. Definitely, I told you 4.6 is the quarterly, if annualized 18%. But I am giving the guidance for the 11 to 12%. Why I am giving 11 to 12%? Because we are the big bank. There is some short-term advance also available in the book. Because we have to see what is our incremental cost of the deposit, whether we will reprice that advances or not. Because we are not doing any business where we should not get any remunerative profit also. We will not give any where there is a negative carry. This is the reason we will not roll over if we will not get the pricing of our choice. This is the reason we are stick to 11 to 12%. But definitely we will try. If opportunity available, business is available, we will definitely do. Deposit is not the challenge. We will raise the bulk deposit also, as I told you. If I am raising the bulk deposit at 8%, if I will get the deal on the asset side more than 8%, I will not allow to the opportunities to go down. Suppose I am getting the asset side on the 8% because AAA customer they are asking for the 8%, sometimes less than 8%. What is the benefit to raise the bulk deposit of the 8% giving the loan to just on increase of the top line? So this is the answer of the credit growth. As far as modified duration is concerned, as I told you, 4.76 is my modified duration for the entire portfolio, and 3.61 is the duration for the AFS and HFT. You have told it has been little bit increased, definitely. So 3.61 is a very reasonable, because mark to market has to be done on the AFS and HFT. Mark to market is not to be done for the STM as on date also, because even for the revised guidelines also. So as far as, because I think definitely interest rate will be the declining scenario. Declining scenario, I think you will agree to me, there should be a higher modified duration. But we have kept a reasonable duration. So rate cut, it is very difficult to predict also. We were thinking the rate cut will come from the last 6-7 months. Even the whatever the inflation number we have seen in the last month also, immediately I am forcing that there will not be rate cut. Although the Fed will give their commentary on the 31st of this month also. So even I am immediately 4 to 5 months, I am not expecting any rate cut will, but definitely we have to wait for the regulator's call also. So as far as the NARCL is concerned, this NARCL में 14 account of 3,778 crore rupees we have sold, out of which we have received 974. 974 में 15% received, we have received as a case, remaining is the SR. Definitely SR is the guarantee by the government. Moment we will get the recovery from the SR, the entire 100% provision will be reversed.
So about 800 crore is about SR, which is included in this total SR from NARCL, isn't it, sir?
Yeah. 974, 15% we have got, yeah.
Sir, this new discussion paper, on the double provision on the deposit which are generated through digital media or online. Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yes. So, sir, what is our assessment if that comes in? Are we really going to be impacted by much? Because I don't know the exact mix of the deposit which are generated through the online media, digital media. So, what is your take on that, and how do we take care of that? And the bank's overall position on the digitalization, that how far we have succeeded in completing all the verticals, which we started, and a good amount has been also spent on the digitalization. So, what is the plans, and how much budget is there, which is spent, which is yet to be spent? How many verticals started already giving the result?
Ajmera ji, as far as budget is concerned, 2,800 crore rupees is the budget for the IT expenditure for the current financial year. And we have started this journey 2 years back. And more than 100 product, process and service we have revised. And we are getting the result of the digital transformation also. And digital is the future of the banking. Whatever you are told on account of this runoff from the 5 to 10% or the 10 to 15%, it is a calculation. Everybody will be impacted. We have made our calculation also, whatever the deposit through where we have provided the internet banking, digital mobile banking, etc. Even the another category also, deposit less than 7.5 crore rupees, apart from the individual and the joint name also, trust, etc. That is also included. So 125% our LCR was there, and it will be reduced to 115%. Around 10% there will be impact.
All right. So you don't feel that that will create any problem in the liquidity?
Yeah. वो तो problem कुछ नहीं थी, it is calculation ना, and they have given the time to up to the 1 year also, but 8-9 months also is available. Yeah. But digital will remain. I can calculate. We are not going to stop the digital. Digital is the future of the banking industry.
And ECL impact has been.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Ashok.
All right. Okay.
Could you please follow? Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nitin Agarwal from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir. Congrats on a very good quarter.
Good evening, Nitin.
Yes, sir. I have 2 questions. One is on the OPEX. Like if I look at the OPEX number this quarter, that still looks a tad higher, especially the other OPEX.
Yeah.
Was there any one-off in this, and how should we see the run rate going ahead?
There was definitely a one-off because we have incurred 558 crore rupees for purchase of PSCL. That is the only. On account of this number has increased. Otherwise, this number will be normalized in the subsequent quarter also.
Okay, so this is a non-recurring.
It is a non-recurring because we have already, whatever the requirement of the whole of the year, we have already incurred 558 crore rupees. There is one time.
Okay, got it, sir. And so secondly, while you have realigned the credit cost guidance, but that will directly feed into ROA, or you will want to keep the ROA guidance unchanged at 1% by exit 25?
Nitin, you are very smart. I have given the guidance for the 0.8% at the beginning when I have kept the credit cost of the 1%. and if you see the first quarter result also, it is around 0.82%. So definitely there will be definitely impact of the ROA, but I am not revising the ROA guidance 0.8%. Only I am giving one guidance because I have given last time guidance कि 1% ROA will be exit of the current financial year 24-25. So I think we will be in a position to achieve this 1% ROA before the exit of the current financial year. This only my version, but guidance I am remaining until 0.8.
Okay, sir, sure. And sir, the other thing is on the tax rate, because that is something that will really drive up the ROA beyond 1. So by when can we expect the PNB's tax rate to like come down to 25%?
Can you repeat anything what you told? 1%, more than 1%?
Yes, the tax rate, because tax rate is still around 38. So by can we expect this to normalize and come down?
As on date, we are on the old regime. We are under discussion with our tax consultant because last time also I have said we have some benefit. If we will switch over to the new so immediately we will lose whatever the benefit we have. But definitely we have to take a call. I fully agree with you. The moment we will shift to the new tax method, immediately the ROA will be more than 1%.
Yes. Okay, sir, sure. Thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rakesh Kumar from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Sir, couple of questions, sir. Firstly, sir, the PSL, like I saw the previous quarter also and this quarter also. So we are actually fulfilling, meeting all the targets, especially in the small and marginal farmer also. So what was the need to purchase PSLC, sir?
There is a target for the 40% for the priority sector, 18% for the agriculture. Out of the subsector agriculture, 10% is for the marginal and the small farmer. So we have to not only achieve the agriculture subsector also. This is the reason we are purchasing this PSL from the market because we are short of the target.
Number is including the purchase, correct, sir?
Number definitely. That number, it will not come in the balance sheet in the form of the advance. It is only for the calculation for the priority sector. Whatever the presentation we have given, this amount has already been included.
True. And there is a slight volatility in the recovery on return of numbers, sir, on a year-on-year basis.
Yeah.
Now it is approximately 800 crore. So what is the full year target only on the recovery on return of numbers, sir?
Rakesh, total target we have given for the 18,000 crore rupees. Today I am having the TW book of the 93,000 crore rupees, around more than 50,000 crore rupees we are at this gross NPA book. I think it is difficult. It is difficult to estimate whatever the recovery will come from the TWO but total recovery we are confident whatever the number we have fixed, 18,000 crore rupees, definitely we will be in a position to achieve.
The question is on which book, like AFS, HFT, which book we have the depreciation, sir? In the line, sir?
Yeah, there is some disturbance of the voice. Can you repeat the question? Too much disturbance is there, yeah. Rakesh.
Yes, sir. No, sir, I was asking, sir, this 390 crore of investment depreciation, so which category this has come from? This should not be from AFS. So just wanted to know this 390 crore number.
Yeah. This I can explain. This is on account of one of the subsidiaries. This is one of because as per the revised guidelines, you have to revalue your subsidiary, etc. also. So this is one of the subsidiary where there is a accumulated losses also there. The valuation we have to take in from the market. Usme 399 crore rupees we have provided.
So which subsidiary, sir? Sorry, sir. I missed it, sir.
subsidiary, I think it is not advisable to disclose the name of the subsidiary also. It is only for the one subsidiary. This I can tell you, yeah.
Okay. And so this food processing NPA is around, like, though it has come down, but it is still very elevated, food processing gross NPA. So can you, sir, elaborate, please, sir?
You are talking about the gross NPA, na?
Yes, sir. Gross NPA and food processing.
Food processing में gross NPA. If you see my this 4.98%, it is the total gross number. But food processing में the number is it is a legacy issue because some of the rice seller etc. I will give you one, as I told you na, new acquisition is not. It is only on account of the legacy issue. Some rice seller food processing which is coming under the food processing.
And sir, increase.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. Mr. Rakesh, could you please fall back in the question queue for further questions?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question is from the line of Jai Mundra from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Goyal sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Jai Mundra. How are you?
All good, sir. Thank you. Sir, excellent quarter and excellent steady performance on asset quality. Sir, I wanted to check in the opening remarks, did you mention that SMA 0 plus 1 plus 2 at the entire bank level was around 1 lakh crore? I mean, all ticket size including, what was the number?
Yeah, you are very much right. It is 1,01,883, but 5 crore and above, it is 1,604 only SMA 2. Yeah.
Correct. So, sir, if you were to bifurcate this into SMA 0, because that should be least risky.
I will give you, I have understood your question. Out of this 1,77,952 in the SMA 0. And I will give you the number of the SMA 0 today also. It is only 22,344. So 50,000 rupees तो वैसे ही कम हो गया.
Right. And 1 and 2, sir, also?
To 1 is the 11,432 and SMA 2 is the 12,499.
Okay, sure. So, sir, SMA 2...
12,000 number is okay, 12 because there is some of the borrower who was making the payment for the very last day. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, so I wanted to check, sir, SMA 1 and 2 number, has this increased or this is kind of a number steady because the slippages run rate is very, very low, 1,750. So, given this SMA book, should the current run rate sustain or you think slippages can go up from here?
No, it will not increase. I am promising you. If you see last 4-5 quarter, my slippage is around on the same number. If you see this number, it was 1,700, 1,800. Only 2,000 was the number in the March quarters. And I am just seeing the SMA 1, 2 from the compare with the March 24, even June 23. It is on the same line. It is not decrease. It will increase same line.
Right. Okay, sir. Maybe I'll take this offline. This number, the performance on asset quality is exceptionally good, even though this SMA 0 plus 1 plus 2 is still an elevated number. But
zero, only zero. No. I may correct you also. Elevated only zero. Zero, right. The SMA 1 and SMA 2 only less than 25,000 crore rupees. If you are having the book of the 10 trillion, 25,000 crore borrower will be here. They are making the payment on the very last day, 55 days, 60 days. This is the reason I am giving the more than 5 crore rupee SMA 2 number where there may be a danger for the slipping from the SMA 2 to 1. That is hardly 1,604. Even the slippage of the 1,750 fee, if I take highest 10 number also, the highest number 1 is 89, fifth 6 is only 7 crore rupees.
Right. No, I heard you said in your opening remarks. So that is very, very satisfactory. Sir, secondly, in your opening remarks, you mentioned that there will be a time when, slippages are lower and then the recovery remains strong. So you would have a reversal of provisions. But would you think that, that may be the time to increase the buffer on ECL? Any thought process on contingent provisions to prepare the bank for ECL transition?
You are very much right. We will think because 95%, 96% is only the PCR. So there is no room available to add something there also. I mean, recovery is sometimes 2 times, 3 times also. So because ECL, maybe last time also I explained what is ECL. ECL is the how your new underwriting. I have just given the data of the new underwriting where this NPA percentage is 0.3%. So as I said, I am also not thinking there will be too much of requirement of the ECL also. But definitely, if there is too much of the recovery is available, provision is so we will not mind. We want to give the strength of the balance. This is the result of the strength of the balance in the last year or the last to last year also. Now we are getting this. Whatever you are saying, I fully agree. If situation warrant, we will not mind to allocate some of the account of the ECL provision if there is a requirement.
Right. No, sir. Have you done any calculation on ECL as to what could be the
No, that we have not done.
Okay, sir. And sir, lastly, this recovery this quarter and for the full year of 18,000 crore. If you can highlight, sir, how much is retail and how much is corporate, or these are all small ticket, or you are also envisaging some large ticket corporate recovery also?
It will be a mix of everything because NCLT I given the number of around 3,000 crore rupees plus. So that may be from the large account basically. That will be a large from the. But it is very difficult to identify which sector. But major NCLT may you can account the entire 3,000 will be corporate because we are having the big chunk of the small account also of the less than 10 lakh, less than 1 crore rupees. So it will be a mix of each segment.
Right. So 3,000 from corporate and rest maybe 15,000 crore from.
No. Let me correct you. 3,000 only from the 3,000 from the NCLT. So NCLT, I am just saying ki NCLT will be normally is the corporate and. So this will be the mix of the each and everything. Recovery from the 24-25 May for quarter one. That is you want for quarter one or the whole of the year.
No, full year, sir.
Because let me for whole of the year 18,000 crore rupees. Whole of the year May I told you 3,000 will be the NCLT. So that 3,000 you can apportion for the particularly for the corporate. I can give the breakup of the recovery of this current quarter also. So if I see it is retail may around 449, agri around 716, MSME around 900 crore rupees, other is the 1,156. So same proportion I can think. So then if you can bifurcate this 3,249, it will remain in the same proportion. Some recovery will come from the MSME, remaining from the corporate.
Last question, sir.
Sorry
if I
to
look
interrupt,
at,
sir.
Yeah.
Could you please fall back in the question queue for further questions?
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management is able to address questions from all participants in the conference room, please limit your questions to 2 per participant, as there are several participants waiting for their turn. And if you have a follow-up question, we would request you to join the queue again. The next question is from the line of Ankit Bansal from AB India. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, Ankit, please go ahead.
Hello. Congratulations for the greatest set of numbers in the history of PNB. This is what we want to see PNB. Very, very congratulations, sir. Very, very congratulations. Number one, we want to see PNB above State Bank of India. Very good number, sir. Maja aa gaya, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, my question is, sir, how are you seeing the business environment? In which sectors are you disbursing more loans? Economy side, how is your perspective? Is the business growing? Are SMEs comfortable in taking loans? What are the sectors, your view, sir?
Ankit, देखिए, our focus is on the RAM. In last call also I told ki if we want to increase this number from 54 to 60, and there is an increase also, it is more than 55%. So focus will be on the retail, RAM, agri and the MSME because there is a good demand in this sector. Not only in the metro, not in the semi-urban, even I can tell you there is a good demand in the rural sector also. So there is an opportunity available to the bank to target this segment, and we are having 10,000 branches, most of the branches in the rural segment. So this is the one area. As far as the other areas regarding corporate is concerned, so there is a good demand in the infra also. Even the budget also 11.11 lakh crore they have put up in the infrastructure capex, and so there is a good demand in the road, and we are also providing, considering who is the best customer. So road there is a demand, cement maybe there is some demand. Some of the corporate borrower they are coming for the expansion, even steel also, and also there is a demand in the NBFC. But NBFC we are very cherry picking, we are very choosy also. If you see my exposure to the NBFC, the 99% in the A and above, and double A and above 98%. So demand is coming from this sector, and the focus area is the RAM.
Sir, green energy, sir, how is that going?
Can you repeat, Ankit? Ankit, please.
Green energy sector, sir, green sector.
Green energy, definitely. Green energy, we have the board approved policy. We have opened separate department under the risk management department, and we will also do this. So we are also doing this solar, where we are getting the opportunity. We are financing.
Okay, but sir, this is all for me, and I'm proud now to be a BNB shareholder, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ankit.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yash from Citigroup. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. So wanted to check on the number for Agri Gold, if you can give. And also second, anything unusual on the slippages, because it was significantly lower than the 1Q seasonal trend which we have seen as well in the past. And also Agri slippages have been quite low given the usual run rate which you guided in the last quarter for around 7 to 8 billion.
Gold, you are asking about the gold, na? The gold outstanding is 7,767 in the agriculture, retail is 720. So total outstanding is around 8,500.
Okay, got it, sir. And on the slippages, sorry, if you can.
Slippage around 7 crore rupees, yeah.
No, sir, I just wanted to check on
that also we will recover. Yeah.
And sir, on the corporate recoveries, how do you see the corporate recoveries moving from here?
Corporate recovery for this particular last quarter, June quarter?
Yeah, and how would that impact the overall recoveries?
No, I could not understand the question. Can you repeat the question? What do you want?
So for 1Q, what was the corporate recoveries, and in coming quarters, how would be the impact?
Okay. The recovery, as I told you, out of the 3,249, basically, the corporate recovery is around 1,159. Maybe some part of the MSME 923, that is also coming in the corporate, also some part. So this is the, and as I told you earlier also, the recovery will come from all the segment also. The 3,000 crore number we are expecting from the NCLT. There is so many other accounts which are coming in the category of the corporate, where also recovery is coming through the OTS, other mode, etc. also. So recovery will, because if you see that around 25%, you can easily assume will come from the corporate, remaining from the agri and the retail and the MSME.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashlesh Sonje from Kotak Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good evening and congratulations on the result. A couple of questions from my side. Firstly, you have given out the NPA ratio in the pre-approved personal loan portfolio, which was at 1.86. Can you also share what was the NPA ratio as on March 24 and a few quarters before that as well?
March 24 in this PAPL, it was around 1.5 to 1, between 1.5 to 1.6. I don't have the exact, but it was in the between the 1.5 to 1.6. There is no much increase, yeah, because I am monitoring this number every fortnightly.
Okay, got it, sir. And secondly, what would be the reclassification of income which you would have done between the interest income line and non-interest income line because of the penal charge related regulation from RBI?
That is not implemented as on date.
Okay, sir, because a few other banks have indicated that it has come into force starting 1st of April.
Okay. Yeah, I am not aware exact amount. We will give the answer of your query. Yeah, that is already. You are right. It was applicable from the 1st of April. Yeah.
Okay, sir, sure. Sir, and lastly, on the capital raise front, you have indicated.
Could you please fall back in the
Yeah,
question?
yeah, I can give the answer. I've got the number also. Around 13 crore rupees. Around 13 crore rupees we have booked in the penal interest, shifted to the penal charges in the fees other income.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bhavik Shah from Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Congrats on good set of numbers. Sir, just two questions. So we mentioned that SMA 1 and 2 is 23,000 crores. I just wanted to understand how is it broken up between retail, agri, MSME and corporates?
Bhavik, your voice was breaking. You are asking for the slippage?
No, sir, I'm asking for the breakup of SMA 1 and 2, which is 23,000 crores.
SMA 1, breakup of the SMA 1 and 2. I have the consolidated number as on date regarding just a minute. I will give you the number also. So you want SMA 2 number or individually SMA, because it will take time. I can give you the SMA 0. In the retail is around 20,000 crore rupees. The SMA 1 6,000 crore rupees retail में, SMA 2 में around 6,000 crore rupees, and agri में SMA 0 16,000 crore rupees, SMA 1 around 800 crore rupees, then SMA 2 is around 900 crore rupees. As far as MSME is concerned, SMA 0 is around 800 crore rupees, then 4,000 crore rupees plus in the SMA 1 and 5,000 plus is the SMA 2. Others means corporate, then 22,000 crore rupees in the SMA 0, 110 crore rupees SMA 1 and 290 crore rupees SMA 2.
So very clear, sir. Thank you so much. And sir, the pre-approved personal loans, sir, can you share some light on what is the ticket size and what kind of borrowers are these?
देखिए इसमें there is a two type of the PAPL. एक तो one digital mode में this the maximum eligibility is around 10 lakh rupees. So average ticket size if we see it is around sometime between the 2 to 3 lakh rupees. So as far as other is concerned, उसमें other than digital there is also around 10 lakh rupees we are giving. So if you around between the 4 to 5 lakh rupees will be the maximum amount here.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. And sir, do we have the last quarter number for SMA also? So you had given a very detailed breakup. If you can share the last quarter number, it will be very helpful.
Okay, we will give you. No problem. Okay, we will give you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rakesh Kumar from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity again, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please, Rakesh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So the CET1 would have increased because market risk weight and including prop. So if you can tell the CET1, sir, as of June with these two numbers.
CET1, you are asking the June 23 number.
June 24, sir.
June 24 number CET1 is the 82,383.
Okay, this is including PAT and impact of the market risk also. This is.
Let me clarify you. For the calculation of the capital adequacy ratio, quarterly profit is not added. If notionally we will add, our CR will be more than 40 basis point above, because 1,000 pe around 13 basis point it is increasing. So PAT is not included in the CET1 for the computation of this capital adequacy ratio. Only this revaluation reserve, which I told you 373 crore rupees net of tax was added for the CET1.
Okay. And sir, just last question, sir, with respect to this credit growth in the fixed loan segment and T-bill related segment. So we have given bifurcation of loans based on lending rates. So where the growth is coming in the fixed rate and T-bill related loans, sir?
Fixed rate normally fixed rate में 10% it is coming from the agriculture also. You may be aware. The loan up to 3 lakh rupees that is fixed on the 7% basically. The major portion is from the agriculture side.
And T-bill, sir?
TA bill, so naturally this product we are giving for the loan less than 1 year. Suppose somebody is having the CC limit, then 60% has to be kept in the WCTR, so they are asking for the quote, etc. So TA bill for that. It is less than 1 year.
Got it. Thanks a lot, sir, and all the best. Very good quarter this time, sir.
Thank you, Rakesh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraint, that was the last question for today's conference call. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for their closing comments.
Thank you very much. I want to thank each and every who have attended this conference, and I want to place on the record continuous support from all of you, because on account of your continuous support we are able to perform better and better also, and you are encouraging us to do further better. Some of the person has told you should be better than the State Bank of India. That definitely we will keep in the mind also. And somebody has told this is the best quarter. Abhi ye trailer hai, abhi picture aane wali hai. So with this word, once again I thank you all of you, and I hope whatever the support we are getting from all of you, it will remain continued. Thank you very much.
Thank you. On behalf of Elara Securities Private Limited, that concludes the conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.